What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to GmiasWorld, and today we're going to be talking about another comment that you guys left. You guys are just coming through with some hardcore comments. A lot of you guys have recently become members. Like I said, I've launched different tiers, so the tiers are going to let you know pretty much what you're going to get. The highest tier, the max level, is going to get you one-on-one interaction about your team building. So you can just look at the join button and you'll see, and you'll be able to, detect what's going on. It'll tell you what you get for each level, but I did go low for the base elite just so you could join the fam. For those of you guys that want to use the emotes, to want to have the globes on your name, I definitely listen to you guys with the feedback, and you guys are there. Come on and join the fam. It's right there on your screen. You should be able to see it under the join button. All right, so now after that's all done, I just want to make sure briefly you guys know you guys can always follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, all at GmiasWorld. And again, this is comments that I'm specifically answering for day one to get you guys geared up. You keep dropping the comments. I'm going to keep giving you the information that you need, and you're going to enjoy Madden 20 all year long, because based on all the feedback that you guys gave on the beta, they just gave some really good news during the live stream if you guys checked it out with EA Madden NFL. So for the most part, it looks like Madden 20 is going to be a really good game. So getting to the quarterback situation, right? This is the ideal thing that I want you guys to understand first and foremost. When you're talking about the archetypes, if you've played Madden 19, throw out every single memory that you have of it, because it's a completely different game. I'm going to let you guys understand this, right? When you see the name on the back of your QB's jersey, your quarterback is going to play very, very similar to what the back of his jersey says, regardless of who the QB is. So if the dude is trash, he's going to play like trash. If you come out there with Blake Bortles, you're going to have a lot of instability, all right? If you go out there with Tom Brady, you're going to be throwing hot ones. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's pretty much what it's all about. So you guys need to understand exactly what the deal is, because ultimately what's going on is this. Everyone is going to have some type of situation that is needed for them to be able to overcome some of the things that are going on. So ideally, what we're going to need to do is to focus on the type of QB that you are looking for. All right. So here we go. If we're gonna start, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna do regs, right? We're gonna do reg quarterback. So like let's say, for instance, you guys come out with Russell Wilson. All right. If Russell Wilson is the QB that you guys are going to utilize for the year or for the start of the of the Madden 20 year, he's going to have certain X factors. I think he has like a specific thing where he can like have blitz radar. He can see who's blitzing once he gets into the zone. For those of you guys that have issues with pass rush, they have not adjusted the pass rush. All right. So all the feedback, like I was raging about it. Like, no, don't ever touch the feedback. I mean, not the feedback, the pass rush. Don't touch it. Leave it alone. Leave it exactly the way it is. Please do not bother it. You have to leave that alone. And it looks like they've listened, because Clint Oldenburg actually announced that the pass rush is exactly the same. They've tweaked other things to kind of help you block certain things, but for the most part, everything is ideally very, very set to the way the beta was, if you guys played the beta. So a guy like this, right, with blitz radar or whatever, if you're one of those players that have issues with identifying what's going on, this is something that will actually help you guys a lot. If you go out with Russell Wilson, not only does he have mobility, but you'll be able to see certain things, before it's coming. It'll be in the big, it'll get big on your screen once you get him into his zone, if that's something that you're into. But you won't get things that Tom Brady will offer. The field general, you know what I'm saying? The hot routes, the different things that you can do with your receivers. It's different. But remember, you'll be able to escape. You'll have, certain type of, things that you can avoid pressure in certain cases if you're playing somebody that's blitz heavy like myself. If you play a lot of these Madden players, they're either going to be like, crazy blitzers, or they're going to play, soft coverage. And they're not going to send anybody and just have everybody in the zone. Obviously, for people that play the soft zones, Tom Brady, Drew Brees, Phillip Rivers, even though Phillip Rivers has that thing where he can't even, he doesn't even care that pressure's coming. Even with that situation, what you guys need to understand is this. I believe, my personal opinion, that you should probably have a QB that meets most of the criteria. And at this point, the only one that's like really, really like at the top of the list is the cover athlete, Patrick Mahomes. But obviously, a lot of us won't be able to get him. So we're going to have to wait to see at the release of the game how they kind of tweak the way everybody moves. But I want you guys to have a mobile guy. He doesn't have to be super fast. He just has to be able to, move around and not just stand there. Because depending on the team that you're playing, even if they do run sag defense and a lineman gets off your O-line, you got to be able to move around a little bit. Tom Brady moves like molasses, bro. The dude is mad slow and ridiculous. He's not going anywhere, but he will throw a hot dot, bro, and dot you into another millennium. That being said, I would much rather go after a QB, and we're talking, like I said, we're talking basically regs right now, like normal quarterbacks, not the legends at this point. Aaron Rodgers would be also ideal because he is a guy, obviously everybody was going crazy about his X factor being gambler. He can't throw a pick to the CPU when it's activated, blah, blah, blah. I don't really care about that because I'm usering everything and it's going back for 6. But Aaron Rodgers is ideal because he won't be that fast, but he'll be deadly with his throws. So that's the kind of mobility I'm talking about. I'm not trying to go overboard with it. I'm not trying to make it so that it's like, okay, this is a situation where it's like, okay, guys, go after like a guy that's like Lamar Jackson, where he can escape, but he can't throw the football. That's not what I'm looking for, guys. I'm looking for medium speed. I don't care if you guys go with Baker Mayfield. He'll have certain attributes as well that's pretty decent, but you guys have to understand, you have to be able to move. Because if you cannot move in this game, it's going to be bad. It's going to be really, really bad. And you're going to be getting sacked, and I don't want you guys to kind of, you know, feel like, all right, bro, this game is OP with the pass rush, because it's the realism that we've been asking for, and they're giving it to us. So we have to be able to now, you know, say, all right, yo, GG's, EA, you kind of listen. The way the players move now is a little bit more seamless. All that real player motion that was trash in 19 is now out the window. The game plays completely different. So, you know, his speed is probably going to be in the 70s at launch, right? He'll have decent throw power. He'll have decent mid, you know, mid, deep, all that throw power, you know, whatever, right? With that type of accuracy and that type of throw power, he's going to be ideal. Aaron Rodgers would be an absolutely great archetype to use because it's not like he's super fast, but he has enough mobility to get out, all right? Looking at like a guy like Matthew Stafford, the thing about him, his passing ratings are probably not going to be as high just based on what his overall ranking was for regs. You know, when they released all the overall players in Madden 20, his overall is pretty low. So when he transfers to MUT, it's going to be similar. So he won't have a lot of the things that you probably will need, but he also won't be dirt like really, really slow. He won't be like, you know, Gary the Snell from SpongeBob. He won't be like that, but he'll be lacking in the throwing aspect of like the, you know, the throw mid, throw short, stuff like that. You know, at launch though, remember this is the end of the year, 99 overall card, so that's a whole different subject. Moving forward from this, you have to understand that it's very, very easy for you to make a mistake when you pick your quarterback and think that he's that dude, and then find out in a very, very rash situation that he sucks. All right, let's look at Sam Darnold. Like, they gave him all these high overall cards. Again, at launch of Ultimate Team, he's not going to be dirt slow either. Like, he's going to be, you know, he's going to be able to move a little bit, but we have to look at what is mid, his short. All of these are different tiers because Madden 20 goes based on tiers now. So you can't just come out and think that, yo, okay, my guy has a 40 throw deep. I'm going to throw the ball deep and it's going to work. It's not going to. So you're going to have a decent balance. If Sam Darnold is in the 80s with certain things and we take a look at his card when it's released and it's like, all right, you know, because they're going to have different thresholds, he'll be able to make most throws. All right, as far as like, you know, a budget team, let's go for it. If he doesn't have certain attributes and we can't get it through chemistry, it's a no-go. It's a no-go. We're not even going to talk about it. It's over. All right? Now, looking at Tom Brady, I brought him up with the field general stuff. He's very, 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 very slow, but he's pinpoint accurate. So what are you going to be looking for? The crazy hot routes for the receivers, all that stuff, and just know that if they blitz everybody, if you don't set the right protection, if you don't ID that mic, if you don't do the right thing, you are going to be eating the dirt, bro. And that's what I don't want for my viewers. I want you guys to understand that. Of course, some of you guys will be able, if you're a veteran, you'll be able to use Tom Brady successfully and have fun with him. But because of the pass rush being what it is, if you make the wrong move, if you block the wrong person, if you slide the wrong way, he's not escaping anything. Bruh, he's going on the ground and you're going to have to start over next play. You know, 2nd and 36. Like, bro, it's going to be crazy. Let's avoid that. Now, if you do want to go after Tom Brady, that's all fine and well. But you're going to have to focus on pass protection, which I'm going to be going into in future videos because some of you guys have asked about, you know, some of the improvements of pass protection. And those are the things that I'm going to be going in depth with my YouTube members. when I go live, because it's going to be pretty much tutorials going on all throughout Madden 20 on a week-to-week basis, showing you guys what's going on. And it's going to be in-depth stuff with my members going on. So, you know, we'll talk about those things as we go on. But these are some of the things that I really want to point out and make you guys understand. He's going to be one of the best quarterbacks at launch, but he won't be able to utilize his feet when you get a psycho like myself that's sending everybody and my head coach. Like, not just all 11 guys. I'm sending the coach, the owner, the cheerleaders, everybody at you, because I want you to make a fast read. If you're not able to deal with that, I would say for the most part, go with somebody that can do a lot of different things. Okay, so as far as Kyler Murray goes and Baker Mayfield, Kyler Murray's coming off, you know, he's going to be a rookie. We already know what his rating's going to be, like 73. He probably won't be ideal in most cases, but as he gets upgraded throughout the season, he'll probably be somebody that you can go after. Baker Mayfield may have decent stats to start the year with, and he also has mobility. Okay, we have to see how he's able to throw the ball, his release, a lot of different factors that are going to go into it before we absolutely make that decision. But he is somebody that I would say you're going to have balance with at launch. All right, but we have yet to see the ratings. This is just the idea of it as far as the archetype. So I gave you some examples, and ultimately what I want you guys to do is understand. Listen to this whole point. Like, if you've not understood what I've been trying to explain throughout the entirety of the video, here's the conclusion. You don't want anybody too slow, and you don't need anyone too fast. You need someone right in the middle that can, that's decent speed and can throw the football with specific attributes. Don't worry about the overall. If you don't have Patrick Mahomes, throw the overall out the window. Look at the attributes, because that's what they've done to make Madden 20 different than all the other Maddens in the past years. If you have any further questions, you know what to do. Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, all at GmiasWorld. Drop me a comment. Let me know what's going on. And I'm going to see you guys and girls next time. One love.